Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is AliShanMao. I know this room is echoing a little bit, but bear with me, I'm working on an external microphone. Until then, we have to be like this. This room does not have much furniture. It's good for singing songs because it echoes. Anyway, today in this video, we have the JJRC H11D. It is a 5.8 GHz FPV real-time drone, that's what they say, but in my language I will say it's a toy grade FPV quadcopter. So it offers a 5.8 GHz real-time FPV or first-person view transmission from your quadcopter to an LCD screen on your radio control. It has a 2.4 GHz radio control, it has a 6-axis gyro, and I'm sure it has those 360-degree flips, one-key auto return to home based on a compass, and all those little features that all these toy grade quadcopters have. I believe this has to do something with that one flight controller that is widely available and could be a kind of open source that you can buy really cheap and configure it, tweak it according to your own quadcopter. Now how well you tweak it, how well you program it and write a program for it, that is going to make your quadcopter or camera drone better or stand out in this crowd of quadcopters or toy grade quadcopters that are using the same flight controller. Okay, so let's not go into detail of that simple flight controller that is inside each of these quadcopters or toy grade stuff. Let's talk about the JJRC H11D 6-axis gyro FPV real-time quadcopter. So first I'm gonna get it outside the box. We'll take a look at the components, talk about the quality, because according to me JJRC is the biggest El Cheapo when it comes to the Chinese toy grade quadcopters manufacturer. Let's see if they have improved their quality or not, and we will talk about its features, and then we will fly it right away, maybe in my house first, and then accordingly I'll bring it to Exit 55 in the morning or Sky Hub RC Airfield to see how does it perform outdoors, how does it handle winds in Dubai, and what is the quality of video recording. It has a 2 megapixel camera on it, so do not expect any good quality out of it unless it is really nicely vibration proofed, which I don't think it is, so expect a lot of jello. Anyway, let's take it outside the box and let's look at the components first. Okay, this is how it's packed inside its box. I will quickly take it outside the box. Okay, here are the components right outside the box. Of course, this is my remote controller for the camera. It's not included. We have a user manual, propeller guards, some accessories here, screws, and possibly the pads for the foot of the quadcopter. Then we have spare propellers, a USB charging cable. USB charging again, another USB charging cable. So this is possibly for the battery of the quadcopter, that could be for the battery of the LCD control, LCD screen. So we have an LCD screen and we have a 2 megapixel camera system with built-in 5.8 GHz video transmitter. I'm not sure what's the power of that. And we have a quadcopter, of course, JJRC H11D, looking sexy, sleek, and aggressive. And then we have a beautiful radio, which actually looks pretty neat and good quality radio for the very first time. Really nice so far. Now let's see how these things will perform. Okay, now the camera is closer. We can see the quadcopter clearly. Okay. Alright, the material wise I see there are improvements. There are very good LED lights around the quadcopter. Let me just turn it on. There are side LED lights, okay, there's a rear LED light, and there is a front futuristic like kind of eyes, robotic eyes light. So So you're not just gonna charge your quadcopter and put the batteries in your radio and start flying it. You have to charge a number of things first. You have to charge the LCD screen because it has a built-in video receiver. You have to charge the camera right under here, alright? And you have to charge the battery inside the quadcopter. Now the radio is pretty straightforward. Very nice, beautiful radio, very nice grip in the hands. I'm simply liking it. It fits in my small hands really nicely. So we have the trim controls, okay, and we have trim controls here, but for the very first time you can actually control the tilt of the camera. You can tilt the camera down or up as per your choice. Very cool feature, JJRC, very nice, we will see it. And we have a reset button, we have auto return to home, careful when you press this one. We have a carefree mode, which is a good mode for the beginners to learn to fly because they often lose orientation. You can take photos and you can stop videos. You have to make sure to put a TF card in your quadcopter camera first. And this is on off button, of course stick controls, and then you have a 360 flip and of course a speed and light button. Now how do you fit the LCD on the radio? It's very easy, okay? You simply open this side, alright? So you can see it opens from here, alright? And then this is stretchable, alright? So you put the LCD in and stretch it up. Once the LCD fits, careful, it will be a little heavier, and this is how your LCD will stay on the radio. And here is your quadcopter. You are ready to fly FPV with live video or first-person view right outside the box. You have to charge the batteries before you actually have full flight times on this, or enjoy the full flight times. Now for the charging, of course, your LCD has a charging port here. Before that, make sure to open this compartment and connect the battery in here. Okay, this is a small LiPo battery, and then put it back in nicely. You have a selector or dip switches here to set different frequency, okay, and you have a charging port here, so you need to charge, remember that. And on the quadcopter here you have the on-off switch. Make sure to turn it on and make sure you have a TF card in here, otherwise it will give you a card error and won't record anything. And then you have a charging port here, so you have to charge this one as well. How do you take the battery out? You actually slide this whole area back. So put one finger on the camera and firmly press with your thumb and slide it back. You can access the battery inside, all right? So before I started charging everything, let's just power on everything and I can show you how things are looking. So I power on the quadcopter, turn on the radio, lights are blinking, give it some time. When the lights go solid, you have to do the throttle up and down one time and you will hear a beep. Okay, now your quadcopter is armed. Alright, it doesn't start the motors very fast, it has a soft start. So I'm actually liking it like the other quadcopters. You put the throttle a little bit higher and suddenly the motors start. So I like the consideration here that JJRC has now programmed the soft start. Okay, so now let me turn on the camera right here and turn on the LCD as well. There, you can see the video now. Alright. Camera seems to be adjusting to the light really nice, you can see, pretty fast. Hey, look at my MTD on the wall. We are going to maiden this thing very soon. Stay tuned for that. Now before you charge, you have been given 2 USB chargers. Please do not put them in your computer, okay? You don't know how much current they are going to drain and maybe damage your USB ports or PCB systems. So always use wall outlets. I have a lot of wall outlets lying outside. I'll show you which one I will be using. This one will charge your quadcopter battery. This one has 2 charging cables coming out. One will charge your LCD. So plug it in your LCD and the other one will charge your camera system. So plug it to your camera system, making sure you match the polarity and don't force this connector inside, because once you damage the pin, you are done. Okay, all right, and this one will charge the main battery. So this is how you charge this thing. So here, let me show you how the camera tilts up and down. This is full down, and this goes up. Alright, because this is a pinhole camera and there is no, how to say, FOV on this, okay, wide angle or something like that. So tilting it down too much, it looks like zoomed in all the time, so you will have to find a right tilting angle when shooting videos, or keep the quadcopter at a bit of distance from the objects or people that you want to shoot. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe because we upload regular and exciting RC videos.